Got him. Hey,
Yo,
come
what
on,
happened?
bro.
Yo,
Hey, hey, your boy was stuck. He was stuck.
Oh, me,
Big
right?
C, yes, you were stuck,
I didn't know
bro.
what was going on.
Bro, you were live, bro. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
I didn't
Come
know what was
on,
going
dog.
on.
oh
Y'all
God, I
just
was
do that.
laughing so
Hey,
hard.
hey, he was.
Oh
I was
God.
dying in the back. Bro was
Hey,
stuck. He was looking like, what? Like, what is going on? What?
I was like, talk,
hey,
bro.
hey, but
Hey,
I gotta give it up to him though. He
hey,
stays
he had like,
still.
hey, bro, he had like nothing was going on, bro. Live.
My bad.
Oh man, no, that's just a little humor we do. I
Oh
used to do
my
CB83 like
gosh.
that, man.
Hey, you gotta be
Wow.
ready, bro. TD gonna get you. You gotta
I was
be
about to do Miss
ready.
Fins, but I was like, nah, she probably done seen this before. So I said, let me get him. It's only
Hey, I'm
right.
always ready, man. I'm always ready.
Okay. I got you.
Oh my
Next
god.
time you gotta be ready, bro. You
I
gotta
didn't know
hey,
if
it's
I didn't know who could see me. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, where'd they all go?
bro was
They coming
live.
back?
At first, I was like, wait, is this gonna change? And then I'm gonna be
Oh,
live. I'm like, oh, let me.
hey,
Yeah,
somebody.
I was in the back laughing because I already knew what time it was. I already knew TD was up with the shenanigans.
Hey,
Oh,
Miss Fins gonna put in the chat. Talk, bro.
Oh, she put that in the private?
Oh, the
I
No.
main. She
put
put it in the
the
Oh, in the
main.
regular
main
chat.
chat. In the main chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody
Yeah,
said that
that's
ain't TD.
that is funny, bro.
Oh
I was
man, but oh my
That was
gosh.
good.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank y'all for tuning in. That was Big C with the silent intro. Salute to Finn Posse Podcast. Shout out to Miss Finn's the Miss Finn show. Y'all already know what time it is. She live every morning. She live with all the breaking news. Y'all go check it out. Check her out. Y'all already know CB83. You know,
yeah.
the two apologists of
Yeah.
the year award.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You
I'm
know,
here. I'm here. Let's
but
go.
in all seriousness, though, we want to say congratulations to CV83. He's been nominated for the
For what?
two apologists of the year at the NFL
Oh
Honors.
my gosh.
I hope you win
Really?
it. I hope you win it, bro.
Two
I hope you
apologists
win
of
it.
the year. Hey, I'll take it. Hey, I'll take it. Let's rock it. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. We'll make it shake.
Oh man, listen, if you're watching right now, don't mess up, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go check out all of their shows. All right. They got amazing shows. If you like Dolphins content, don't miss out. Go check them out. I always tell y'all go listen to everybody. So y'all go make sure you check out the fam. All right. Shout out to Glenn already in the building with the first super chat. Saying, what show is this? Is this a new show? Been forever since I've seen this show. Man, Glenn, you know what, Glenn? Let me tell you what it is. We actually did a show. We did a show right before the
Like,
last week or something. When was that?
I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
It was right before
One,
Christmas.
two, three.
Yeah, it was right
Yeah,
before
yeah, yeah.
Christmas. It
So
was
so
right
we had
before.
2 games left, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when CB83 made some predictions, right?
What
I don't.
predictions did I make?
You know, he told us we was gonna win out and this team was gonna do something special.
Yeah, that's if we had Tua. Yeah, you're right. You're
We
right.
didn't
I
have
told
them.
you we didn't have them. So that's what happens when you ain't got your QB1.
That's what happens when you ain't got your QB1. Well, we got a lot to discuss about QB1 and so much more. We're gonna start the show at the top, letting you know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 using code YouTube150, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a new sports book, BetUS is where you want to be. Make sure you check it out. It's not just a sports book, but live betting, casino, race book, and so much more, including BetUS TV, where me, Dan, and Richie have a show called The Huddle every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. on BetUS TV. So come check us out. We had a big showing today. We just hit 10,000 subs on The Huddle. Today, we just hit 10,000 subs on The Huddle.
Congratulations.
You guys,
Congratulations. That's
man.
big.
Absolutely. Well, let's dive into it. We're going to start on bottom right. Big C, man. We were eliminated. I know it's been a while, so we're going to retroact this show. We've been eliminated. How you feeling with the season being over now? How do you feel as a Dolphin fan?
Oh man, just a loss of words, especially with Greer coming out. and he's not going nowhere. McDaniel's not going anywhere. Obviously, we're going to have same quarterback next year for God knows how many games. I mean, we're still a mess. Then the issues with Tyreek Hill. It's just a disaster. We don't know if our defensive coordinator's going somewhere else to coach. Just a complete mess.
Man, what about you, Miss Fans? How you feeling about the situation right now?
I am so pumped. Let's go. Dolphins, we're back, baby. We're running this puppy back because we know what we're doing. It works. We're running this puppy back. You got to be excited, because if not, you're just going to lonely sit in a corner with a candle just crying about this team not making not one change. And you see Jaden Daniels in the NFC Championship. I can't. So, I choose to be happy that we're literally doing nothing. This offseason.
Jaden Daniels.
I'm so happy. Just excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
Miss Fans, word on the street, you were, asking for all this. You had that little tour nearness going for a little bit.
Don't even put, I am not CB83. This is not Miss CB83 or nothing.
Hey, she the queen of the wolf pack.
I was objective.
Hey, them tears removed quick.
Miss Fans, the queen of the wolf pack. She the queen of the wolf pack.
I was like, no. When he was doing good, okay, Tua, let's go. Let's make it happen. But when he showed us who he truly was, listen, I mean, I just said it this morning on my show. I was like, you got Allen, you got Lamar, you got Daniels, and we got a Tua. We're so good right now. We're moving in the right direction, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow. Well, CB83, we got to call you out, brother, man. You still on this Tua train?
Man, first and foremost, shout out to my guy A Burgos in the chat. I see you, my boy. I see you. Hey, when it comes to this Tua thing, man, like honestly, we need to move in a different direction. Now, I'm a Tua guy, right? I'm a Tua supporter. I support QB1. But what you got to understand is that the best ability is availability. So if you aren't going to be available, we have to kind of start moving toward and thinking about life without Tua. Like that's something we have to consider, right? Because at this point, you have to start planning for the future. And if he's not going to be here, he's not going to be available for his team, you have to kind of transition into something else, right?
What that look like?
And I'm going to tell you what that looks like, right? So we really don't have I don't think moving off Tua next year is going to be the plan, right? I think the Miami Dolphins will keep Tua on the roster and operate with him, being QB1, right? But I think you have to bring in a legitimate backup, somebody who has NFL experience, somebody of like a Jameis Winston caliber. I think Jameis would be the ideal fit for the backup quarterback role. And I think you also need to think about drafting one possibly in rounds 2 and 3, between 2, 3, and 4. If there's a guy available that you can see being the future of this franchise. But I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Tua is gonna be around next year, right?
Why?
Because of the cap hit, because of the contract, because of that situation, it's better to keep Tua on the roster. Honestly, let's say Tua gets hurt next year. He's the best backup quarterback you're gonna have, right? So we transition with the Jameis or whoever that is as the QB. Maybe we develop the guy behind him, the guy we draft, and he becomes the QB of the future. But right now, I think we're kind of stuck with Tua, and I think everybody understands that. I think that.
What does that mean for us next year, though? Like, if we're stuck with him, what that mean?
I mean, you can still fill holes. You can still build a good football team. I don't think our football team.
Money.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's going to be some. You're going to have to draft well. You're going to have to do some stuff like that. I think this team isn't a bad football team by any means. I think they're you could fill the holes. You could draft some guys. You can bring in some guys in free agency, and still have a decent football team. I don't think, and I think you can. All we can do is hope that Tua stays healthy next year and plays good football. Now, if he doesn't, we have a legitimate backup, and we'll have a rookie that we can, go into the future with.
Well, this was reported today. They went through every team in the NFL, and they did a cost per snap in the NFL. Do you know what team pays the most money per snap in the NFL?
The Miami Dolphins, because their QB1 isn't available for half the season.
No. Well, not that. No, it is the Miami Dolphins, by the way.
I already know what time it is.
Because the QB isn't available. What they're saying is, based off of your salaries that you have on the team, going into 2025, the amount of snaps you had, $20,000 per snap. Now I'm saying, 20 grand. Now I'm saying, 20 grand.
But you got to think he's not playing as many plays as the other guys because he's missing games.
Well, this isn't.
So that would have been cut down. That would have been cut down tremendously if he would have just been available, right?
No. It would have stayed the same. This isn't about Tua. This is the team. This is the amount of money that the team spends per snap based off of the contracts. And then we're number one in the league on that.
I think you might want to go look at that again because I think that may be based off of how many snaps he actually played.
No, this has nothing to do with Tua. This isn't a Tua thing. This is the team. Okay. These are team numbers. Okay, based off, and then we have a terrible budget for replacement. Basically, we're negative $1,154 for the replacement players we're gonna need. All right, per snap, by the way. Just understand what that means. 2025 salary cap, negative $12 million. And we have the third most holes to fill in the NFL as far as people under contract. We literally got only 32 players under contract next year.
Well, let's be real. We were kind of in the same position last year. We had a lot of guys leave. We had a tremendous amount. Miss Fins, we had a tremendous amount of turnover. Like, let's be real.
Have turnover, but
we had a ton of
everybody.
And that's where we've been every guys. That's where we've been every year the past 4 years. Like, we've been turning over the roster.
This is actually different, CB. Worse. You can't name 18 players that left last year.
I can't name 18 players that left last year. Yes, I can.
Name them.
I don't have time to go through them, but we have at least. I can name at least 10. Christian Wilkins.
Yes, you're right.
I can name at least 10 right off the. And those are guys that were starters.
You're right, but there's 18 now. 11 versus 18. That's a big issue, and you're already negative in the cap.
Look, guys, we can doom and gloom all we want to. Like, I'm cool with I'm cool with it. I understand it. The Miami Dolphins will be in a difficult position next year, but I think that's a lot of football teams. Like, I mean, our situation is different because of our quarterback, for sure. I think that's the biggest issue we have is that the dude can't stay healthy and protect himself.
See, the Vikings have $58 million next year. The Chiefs have 13. The Jets have 21. The 49ers have 46. The Titans have 44. The Panthers have 23. The Raiders have $93 million. The Ravens have 18 million. The Steelers have 41 million. Colts 28. Commanders 80.
So you're saying this. You're rattling off all these numbers, TD.
Patriots 120. The Dolphins are one of 6 teams in the negative.
TD, I get what you're saying, but we don't know their situation in terms of who they need to pay and who they need to bring in. We don't know all of that.
You're missing the point. We're one of 6 teams in the negative. We're actually fourth least amount and the most roster spots to fill.
So what we will be doing is we will be going to guys and we will be asking them for discounts on their contracts. So that's what we like. This is what we do every year. Let's
name them.
Jalen Ramsey, Tua Tagovailoa.
Why would they do that? Why would they do that?
I bet you they do Tua. I bet you Tua got to get some of that money back.
They're not
because he
gonna-
didn't play. What you
Nobody,
mean?
so what? He doesn't have to. He
He
got
don't.
guaranteed
Hey,
money.
Tua ain't gotta do nothing.
Man,
Look,
you be talking, man.
Tua ain't gotta do nothing. But I
Tua
guarantee
Tua
you,
sees the
Tua.
writing on the wall. He ain't giving none of that money back.
That's crazy.
Oh no, Tua gonna get some of that money back if he wants to be a Dolphin moving forward. He better.
He
get
knows
some of that money
he knows
back.
he done as soon as Greer and McDaniel are done.
So
The
you
minute
think?
he's
So you
gone,
think
they're
Tua
gonna go all
knows?
out.
So you think Tua knows he's out of here?
Yeah.
The minute
absolutely.
he's gone, whether it's this upcoming year or the year after, he's not getting another starting position in the NFL, and he knows that.
He knows he's not
He's
finishing
too
this contract
unreliable.
out.
TD, you hear him?
What?
He's too unreliable physically. Is he reliable?
What'd
Is
you
he
say?
reliable?
She said he done. He
I
get another
said
starter position.
That whether he leaves next
Might
year
be
coming
right.
up or the year after, I don't think he's gonna get another starting job.
Man, I
He's
hear y'all.
unreliable
Bro,
physically.
y'all gonna doom and gloom me all off season. I get it. I mean, it is what it is.
What are
We'll
you
figure it
selling?
out.
You selling hope? You sell what is you
Nah, I'm
selling?
not, bro. I'm not selling nothing. I have nothing
Hospital
to.
grade
Hey, look,
hope
check
milk,
this out.
dude.
I got nothing to sell y'all. What I'm telling y'all is, they have to figure it out. They get paid a lot of money. Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, Stephen Ross, all these dudes, they get paid a lot of money to figure that out. And they're going to have to figure it out because the Miami Dolphins and the fan base and the national media will not accept them not doing well next year and continuing this cycle of mediocrity. It just can't be, it can't be tolerated anymore. I'm not putting up with it. I'm not spending.
We finna get passed up by the Patriots, bro.
Man, yeah, y'all gonna sell me that the new coach at the Patriots and Josh McDaniel and everybody's gonna come in and turn the organization around.
$120 million in cap, most in the entire NFL.
I hear you.
Until they could be loaded.
Nobody want to go New England.
Unless Tua ain't on that field, the Patriots ain't winning. Tua beat the Patriots. He ain't never. I don't think Tua ever lost to the Patriots. Has Tua ever lost to the Patriots? Crickets.
I don't know.
Miss Fizz hit him. Hey, Miss Fizz hit me with the maybe he is right.
I think he always skip him.
Tua don't lose to them sorry Patriots. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Now the Bills, they got his number, but he don't lose to the Patriots.
Yeah, but you got to stop there.
He also ain't lost to the Jets. Using
context, look at the teams he's been playing against.
What do you mean?
The version of the Patriots.
I mean, we can only beat what they put on the field. I mean, we can't beat anything else.
They put a whole lot better on that field this offseason.
Man, hey.
CB, let me tell you,
y'all got to start listening to me, man. I'm telling y'all, you got to start listening.
You wrong every week, bro.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, we had to cancel this show for 3 weeks because of how wrong you were.
Nah.
I said, hey, we doing Roundtable. He said, man, I got to let this wrongness pass a little, bro. Come on, man. CB, you ain't tired of being wrong yet?
I'm not often wrong. Hey, man, hey, look, outside of Tua being hurt, look, that he can play. He just isn't available. I've told y'all that.
You know what? Hold on.
At this point, he's injury prone.
You are right, CB. I'm here to say that CB is 100% right. Tua can play. He just plays bad versus good teams. And those good teams end up being in the playoffs. If you can't beat playoff teams, there's no point. You're not a good quarterback if you cannot beat playoff teams. The goal is the Super Bowl. It's not getting a 500 or above 500 record, man.
I get it.
And that's what we keep getting. Do you know, CB, in the last 100 games, do you know what our record is?
In the last 100 games?
In the last 100 games.
100 games? How many seasons is that, Miss Fizz?
Probably 500.
That's what is
that, 6 seasons?
6 seasons. 6 seasons.
How many? Why does that even matter to me, though?
We're 51 and 49 because he's been here for pretty much most of them. We're 51 and 49.
How many?
Mediocre as you can be.
What's Tua's record as a quarterback for the Miami Dolphins?
Oh, it's probably
what's his overall record?
Good teams, 1 and 16.
Guys, look, yo,
Against
why are
the
y'all
Colts.
why are y'all
Against the
turning it?
Colts.
Why do y'all make everything about Tua?
17.
This
I
is
said
a
that against the good
he killing
defense.
this is a Miami Dolphins show. I'm just trying to talk about my Miami Dolphins. Tua is a big part of it. I understand, guys. Like I really do understand it. We have to figure out what we're going to do with Tua moving forward, right? But right now,
What else matters?
Draft a guy and figure out the backup quarterback situation,
Draft the guy where?
I told you early. We got to find a girl.
13?
Find a girl. Nah, we're not drafting no guy at 13.
Then what you talking about then?
I mean, we can keep going back and forth about Tua, but he's our quarterback next year. So we can either
Thank you.
We can discuss ways that we can improve our team and what we can do moving forward. But he's our quarterback next year. So this is like a mute argument.
It's a mute point.
Is it though? Because here's the problem.
They're not going to sit him. So we're just sitting here. Is Tua the answer? Obviously no. But what can we do? We're stuck right now. So we might as well.
No. See, that's what y'all believe we're stuck. We don't have to be.
So you gonna cut him?
Denver did.
You gonna cut him?
Denver did.
Tell me you gonna cut him, TD.
I would cut him. Denver did.
Okay, so you gonna cut him?
And look at Denver.
All right. So what's the play when you cut him?
Do what Denver did. Do what the Commanders did.
So you think this team is good enough right now? Let's say we do.
But they're not. They're not gonna do that. It's not real.
And that's what we need to be talking about because that's the point of the matter. It is real.
No, because it's a fairy tale though because it's not happening. Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel are on their last leg, and they're not doing that.
And that's
should they do it? Should they do it? Yes. Should they blow up the team and go get Arch Manning next year? Yes. But are they going to do that? No.
Because they can't do that. Stephen Ross won't let them do that. Okay. So if Stephen Ross said, "Hey, Stephen Ross said you got 1 year, you got a year to figure this out, and it ain't gonna be blowing up no team and tanking for nobody. It's gonna be you figure it out with Tua. It's gonna be they have to figure it out with Tua. They have to go get some offensive line help. They got to be able to go get a running back who can run the ball, pound the rock. Like that's what they're gonna do. Like I understand the pipe dream of the Wolfpack of cutting Tua and you all guys all being right and saying, "Oh, we were right the whole time. Tua's not a franchise guy."
Is that not inevitable? That not inevitable?
It could not be because he could come out and play good next year. And you could be like,
stop
it. Like we don't know. We don't know.
Listen, here's the thing. This is where I get confused or I get frustrated because it's like, all right, enough about Tua. Let's talk about the rest of the team. To what end? The success or failure is going to start and end with him. Oh, well, we need to go do this. It's still going to start and end with him. It's going to be him.
I can understand that. It's gonna be, of course. Like we can say, it's gonna be the quarterback of any team. It's gonna be the quarterback it's gonna be the quarterback of the Commanders. It's gonna be the quarterback of the Detroit Lions. That, of course, we can say that. That's so easy to do. That's what the national media does every day. They say, "Oh, if you don't have a quarterback, look, Tua will never be Josh Allen. He'll never be Pat Mahomes. He'll never be Lamar Jackson." Those are three guys. And honestly, he probably will never be Jane Daniels at this point. Or a guy like Joe Burrow.
That's why we'll never be in the championship game.
Exactly. So what? We should just be talking about the O-line, even though we know they're not going to do anything?
Because honestly,
stop talking about that.
This is the thing. This is the thing about it, right? If things are right around Tua, and it's hard to do this, right? It's very hard to have things go right all the time around a quarterback, right?
Exactly.
It's difficult. I understand that, right? But at this point, do we have a better chance of drafting a guy like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson, or do we have a better shot of trying to build a good defense, a good offensive line, and trying to win with Tua?
I'm glad you asked that.
This is really the question.
I'm glad you asked it. Drafting a quarterback. Like
so,
let me tell you what you forget, CB. Watch this. Let me tell y'all what many people forget. Kansas City traded up from number 27 and moved up to 10 to get who? Patrick Mahomes. Okay, all this. Well, you need a top 5 pick. Nope. The Buffalo Bills traded from 12 to 7 to get who?
So
I'm glad you mentioned
who?
those three players. Hold on. Baltimore Ravens traded up. Baltimore Ravens picked up Lamar Jackson where? 32nd.
That's where we messed up. We should have gave Lamar that fully guaranteed contract when he was out there trying to give him
$60 million and 2 first rounders.
All right,
we should have gave him that fully guaranteed.
So, all right, so I understand you guys' question, right? So, my question for you is, who is that guy in this draft that we're going to move up for, and he's going to be the future for the Miami Dolphins? Because y'all got to have it figured out.
Guess what? This is the whole point, CB. It's not about us naming the guy. It's on the Miami Dolphins organization and scout team to identify the guy. Because watch this. Did anybody think Lamar Jackson was going to end up what he was?
I mean, he was what are we talking? He was a great quarterback in college.
He was picked 32nd.
So it wasn't Tebow.
Tebow
was a great college and quarterback.
Like, come on.
But let's be real. Like,
great guy.
Why was Lamar not picked?
There ain't a single quarterback that you knew was going to be great picked out of the top 10. There's a reason.
TD, do you have anybody identified that you think could be that guy?
I don't have to. That's on the scouting department.
I understand that. I understand the scouting department has a job to do. But I'm asking you,
and take a chance and go get them.
Who would you take a chance on?
Well, I still got to do my homework. I'm starting that in 2 weeks. I'm going through not the top 5, but I'm not doing Cam. I'm not doing Shador. I know what I need to know. The 5 quarterbacks after that, I'm doing my work on them then. I haven't really been into college like that this year. I'll do my evaluations and see who I like with the intangibles and all of that and hope Miami maybe consider targeting them. But the point of the matter is, CB, nobody like Josh Allen at number 7, talented, but he wasn't a top 5 pick. Like, oh, this is a shoe-in. Patrick Mahomes, nobody said it was a shoe-in. They picked him at 10. You know the shoe-ins. People move up in the top 5 or they're gone. These are guys that, and not to bring up Brady, but Brady. These are guys that are out there. Right, you just have to draft.
So what's wrong? So you just said Brady. Brady wasn't drafted in the top 2 rounds of the draft.
Yeah, but you gotta take.
Why do you gotta move up to get one?
No,
why can't you just draft a guy and develop him?
The point of the matter,
because you're making my point now.
No, I'm not making your point.
Yes, you are, because you could draft a guy in the 3rd and 4th round. You could draft a guy in the 2nd round. It ain't gotta be the guy in the top 10 or the top 20 of the draft.
Was Tom Brady drafted? Was Tom Brady drafted to be the future of the New England Patriots?
No.
No, it doesn't matter. You're drafting quarterbacks to be players within your system.
Tom Brady was not drafted to be the future.
They just gave Drew Bledsoe a new contract when they drafted Brady.
I am talking about intentionally trying to find a guy for the future.
You don't think the Patriots, when they drafted Brady, was thinking, "Oh, he could be the future"?
No,
you don't think they were?
Bill Belichick told you that.
Y'all
Drew Bledsoe was still young.
Bledsoe was still young. No. It don't even have to start with Bledsoe and go listen to Tom Brady and Kraft's story. Kraft ignored him. Tom Brady had to go to him and say, "You're not going to regret this pick. This is going to be the best decision in your life." And Robert Kraft talks about the story. You ain't watch his retirement and all of that. When Robert Kraft talked about
what I'm telling you is you could. Brock Purdy was drafted late. Like, what are we saying? You can draft guys and develop. You don't have to draft a guy in the 1st round in order for him to be a great talent.
Yeah, but those are far and few in between. If you look at the quarterbacks that are in the league
if you know football, you know you don't.
Quarterbacks are drafted in the 1st round.
First of all, quarterback is a very system dependent position, right? You could draft a guy late, and if he fits into the system just right, he could be a good player. Right, but y'all will say, "Oh, he has to have all the talent. He got to have the greatest arm." No, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that. If you put him in a good system, Mike McDaniel may be able to take a Justin Fields and put him in his system, and he play really well.
Okay, but show us that you're ready to invest.
Yeah, hey, we can move on to the next topic. Y'all just want to argue with me.
Invest in Justin Fields, then go get it done. Then Stop playing around with these guys that you knew.
That's
from
what
day
I
one
said.
until the
I
contract
said
up.
last year to go get Justin Fields, go get Russell Wilson, somebody who could really back up Tua and come in. And if Tua comes in and he's not available, those guys can sit him down and say, hey, you're not playing for the rest of the year. This guy's been good. We're
You
going to
mean
ride
bench
him out for
him?
the rest of the season.
You mean
Yeah, but
sabotage him?
no, that ain't sabotaging him.
Scumbags for
Come on, man.
sabotaging
This ain't
Tua
Flores.
and benching him.
This ain't Flores.
I am appalled that you would even suggest that CB83.
Nah, that's
That
not
we've
Flores.
been hearing that all this entire time. Tua has been here.
Flores was sabotaging that man.
Okay, right. But when Matt Gates does it, oh, it's okay.
Mick Gase. Ooh,
Yes, you heard me. Matt Gates.
wow.
When he
Hey,
does
that's
it,
dirty.
he's just
That's
doing his job because he's trying to protect you.
dirty. Mick
Okay,
Gase,
it's not
huh?
dirty. It's the truth. Do you believe in this system? Do you know when McDaniel's system was figured out, sir? Do you know when in the last 3 years? I know you know this. You come on, man. You know
Tell
way
me,
more football than
Wolfpack.
I
Tell
do.
me.
No. Tell me, when did the McDaniel offense get figured out? Please let us know.
When Tua went down.
That's when they got figured out.
No. You know exactly when they got figured out.
When Tua went down.
It's always somebody. But I got another question though.
Real quick, 49ers and Chargers, and the Chargers put out a 17-minute video telling us how much they broke down that offense, and it was probably the easiest thing they could have done.
This is a
and
fact.
it was so
And they were
embarrassing.
playing with their third and fourth
That was year
string
one.
secondary.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they shut down the offense and actually went on a video, their little production, and talked about how they did it.
17-minute video. I watched the whole thing. It was ridiculous.
They said we're not worried about the quarterback. We focusing on Tyreek and Waddle.
But then we beat the Chargers the next year.
Yeah, when they changed things up, that's what shocked me. When you look at the scheme that they ran against us when they shut us down, totally went away from it, and I have no idea why.
Because they were scared.
They weren't scared with
speed kills. Speed kills.
God.
That speed it's scary. And Tua was picking them boys apart. But go ahead.
Anthony Weaver. He might be on his way out the door potentially with the Saints.
As a head coach.
Yeah, we might lose our fourth defensive coordinator in 4 years. What's your thoughts on that, Ms. Fence?
Honestly, I have to say the truth, and Mike McDaniel can't keep a staff. He can't keep a staff, get a staff. He can't develop a staff. And Anthony Weaver, I got an opportunity to talk to him and interview him this off season, and it was great talking to him about football, just football. And I don't understand how so many people were crapping on this defense, not realizing we had half new personnel in that defense, establishing a brand new system in this defense. And to me, I thought the defense was actually very successful. Yes, I understand that we lost 9 games. I understand that situationally there were at times that they couldn't get out of their own way. They couldn't stop the 3 and outs or anything like that. But overall, for what we were in yet another system, I think that he did pretty well. So much so that now he's even being considered for head coaching positions. To me, this will be a huge blow for the Dolphins to yet again having to get another DC. And the thing is, haven't you noticed that every single time we get a brand new DC, when they leave, it's almost the same story? This team, aka, is soft served, so they can't really, they're not getting the max out of these players. It's honestly is disappointing. If he does, I fully support him and I'm glad for him, but I'm very disappointed in the Dolphins because he's a great coach. And to be honest with you, I would even want him as my head coach. I love Anthony Weaver.
Well, are Dolphin fans not keeping the same energy, Big C? Because when you look at it, some could argue McDaniel has yet to put together a good coaching staff. The O-line every year is a shambles, so his O-line coach replacing them and still not what you want them to be. Running backs are stagnant. Wide receivers have peaked, and that's why they fired Welker. Special teams coach, no good. Quarterback, I don't even get into that. Defense, once again, you can't keep a DC. One of them the players don't like, the other one you got rid of, and now one's about to leave. I mean, this coaching staff, I mean, isn't this what are we keeping the same energy? We talked about another coach in Miami and how they couldn't keep an offensive staff. What's going on?
Yeah, he doesn't address the offensive side of the ball because he thinks he's a genius. The defensive side of the ball, I can't put that on Mike McDaniel. Vic Fangio always had his heart set on leaving and going back to Philly. The other guy was a leftover from the prior coaching staff. And if Weaver's looking at a promotion to get his own head coaching job, how can you blame him for leaving? What's he supposed to stay here at a lesser role? I mean,
yeah, but you knew that. You knew he was a hot candidate, and on top of it, let's go back to the Fangio. Whether he wanted to be in Philly or not, you hired him. You knew this.
Well, he's one of the best defensive coordinators in football.
So what, we rinsing coaches now?
So I mean, are we criticizing because we're trying to bring in the best defensive coordinators that we can?
Well, it's temporary. You're bringing in something.
They're all temporary. They're all temporary.
Well,
you bring in someone, they have a great year. You know, they're the head coaching candidate. They're the hot name.
That's not absolutely true. Some of these guys do multiple years. Look at Ben Johnson. Look at Aaron Glenn. I mean, those guys did 3+ years in their position in Detroit and balled every year. Their units balled.
Yeah, but Ben Johnson could have been gone last year, the first year that Detroit was actually successful.
He still was doing it since 2001, though, in Detroit. So
yeah, but he hasn't been good since 2001.
Yeah, that offense has been picked up. My whole point is a new defensive coordinator, a new offensive coordinator, new at a minimum. They're gonna give you 2 years. At a minimum, show me the coach that did the 1 year as a DC and bam, head coach or OC.
Can I step in for a second? I think it's a testament to Mike McDaniel's, putting together a staff, and you as a head coach, you want your guys to get other opportunities. And that's what happens. If your guys are good coaches and you bring in good guys, they're going to get more opportunities. They're going to get opportunities to go elsewhere. As a head coach, you just got to keep churning and building relationships and bringing in the next guy. I think that's part of the process. Like I can understand, I can understand people being, somewhat disappointed that he's leaving, but Mike McDaniel's like, hey, if you get a head coaching opportunity, bro, go do your thing. We'll figure out the defensive side of the ball. Nope. And we got to get it done. And we can't cry over spilled milk. That's what we can't do as an organization, because if you cry over guys leaving and go, bro, you're in the wrong, your head's in the wrong place. Go find the next guy. Go find it, and you got to start developing some young coaches. McDaniel, you can't keep bringing in just guys who have all the accolades and all the clout, and they're gonna get all these opportunities. You got to start taking some young guys and bringing them along too.
Hold up. Sorry, T. 2 seconds. But Flores was trying to do that. He was trying to get young coaches that he saw.
Why is this about Flores? I was not comparing it to Flores.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, but people shun that. They shun that.
They shun what?
His approach. Oh, Flores couldn't put together.
We don't care. I don't give a rat's butt about Flores.
He was trying to do exactly
what McDaniel needs to do.
Bro,
you just said that's what we need to do.
Thank you.
And all she's doing is pointing out that that's what he was doing, but y'all don't recognize
Brian Flores could not. Let's if y'all want to go to Flores, we can go to Flores, and I'll take you there. If y'all that's where y'all want to go, I'll take you.
I would love to. I'm gonna give you a
so Brian Flores could not get an offensive staff right. He had dual OCs. Right, we didn't know who was calling the plays. We didn't know who held what position, what their responsibility and roles were. There was confusion on that side of the ball, right? Always. So let's not get into this Brian Flores versus McDaniel thing, because if I'm looking at him from a macro standpoint and I step back, I would much rather have the McDaniel situation where a guy goes and gets a head coaching position, right? Then guys get fired because they can't get the job done over and over and over again, or guys leaving because they don't like Brian Flores and they don't have a good relationship with the head coach. So I would much rather have McDaniel's situation than have the Brian Flores situation. Let's be real.
The reason
I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Y'all don't like my realness, but I'm keeping it real with y'all tonight. We going there. We going there. We going there.
That's what he wanted to do, and everybody said exactly what you're saying now. But then now
I don't want to hear the Brian Flores apologist. I don't want to hear the Brian Flores apologist.
Let me say this.
Circular argument, bro. You're not hearing yourself.
Let me say this. This is why you're totally wrong, in my opinion, on this.
I'm not. But go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is where McDaniels is mightily failing, and this is where Chris Greer should have been fired because he's allowing McDaniel to fail. Knowing Fangio didn't even want to be here, and y'all were begging him to come, basically, and you remember that.
Okay, so they were begging him to come.
Let me finish.
I agree.
You knew that this was temporary. You knew Weaver was a hot commodity, and that was temporary as well. I understand wanting to try to win, but you know where we're failing right now as an organization?
Where? It's
completely reflective on, especially the defensive side of the ball. All of our young draft picks, for the most part, are absolutely failing for the most part.
Chop Robinson?
No. I'm not talking about chopping. Stop anointing Chop. Y'all anointed Jalen Phillips. You don't know what he gonna be when another year or two.
Jalen Phillips?
No, either one of them. Y'all act like they Aaron Darnold or something. Like, can we let them? Can we actually? But my point of the matter is, how are you going to develop a Cam Smith, a Channing Tindall, and all of these guys? Hold on. Let me finish.
Come on, TD.
You drafted them, but nobody wants to talk about these guys got a new coach every year. These guys, your youngest players, got a new coach every. And I'm gonna tell you what.
That is the NFL.
I'm gonna tell you what. If Weaver leaves, if he does leave, and we get a new DC, if Chop does start to decline, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Y'all are ignoring this is a major issue in Miami. All of these young players we got get a new defensive coordinator every year. It just ain't right. How are you going to build these guys up when they getting a different message, a different way to do it, or they roll every single year? They not developing. They're like, let me work on this because my coach says it. All right, 1 year in on it, I plan to build on it next year. Hold on, a new coach? Oh, you don't want me doing that no more? You want me doing this now? That's what they're getting.
But that's life in the NFL, and that's being a professional.
No, it's
right?
not. You can't
because honestly, but let's
coordinators every year like this.
Bro,
name the team. Switch your coordinators like this.
First of all, I don't know other teams' coordinator situation
because none of them are. That's what y'all fail to realize. None of these teams are. The Chiefs got 2-3 years every time with their guys.
Bieniemy was there for Bieniemy left. Like, guys, there's turnover in the NFL. Like, that's the nature of the game.
But a lot of these guys do 3, 4, 5 years and then they go.
Kingsbury just got with Washington. Like, what are we like? That's what I'm saying. Like, there is turnover. These guys move around. Now you got to understand this. These guys are actually professionals. So if a coach comes in and says, hey, we running something different than what we ran last year, it's up to them to execute. They're professionals that get paid a lot of money to do this. Bro, I don't make no excuses for them.
No, see, that's the problem. We're talking about somebody's a professional and they get paid a lot of money to do this. These are players that need to be developed. If you got a new coach every year, it can stunt your development.
I hear what you're saying, but it's also up to them to develop. There's a lot of time in the offseason. They train.
So 2 years under Flores, it was up to him to develop.
Look, because what you got to understand is there's a lot of work done in the offseason. That's why Tua went and got a quarterback trainer. That's why he went and got a team of guys, because that's when a lot of the development happens.
That's easy when you're drafted top 5.
NFL players,
money, bro.
What I want y'all to understand.
Stop it in the chat. Stop it in the chat. Talk about Cliff Kingsbury. He already had head coach experience in Arizona.
TD, what I want y'all to understand is that NFL players are very intrinsically motivated. They don't need guys or people outside of them to develop them. They are doing a lot of that stuff themselves. They are working out, they are training, they are doing a lot of stuff. That's how they got to where they are. They didn't get to where they are by having guys, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to do that. No, I'm gonna go train, I'm gonna go work out, I'm gonna go get after it. I know who I train with, I know how I get better, I know what I need to work on. This is what I do. This is my craft. I take it seriously. That's why I'm a professional athlete. I don't need a defensive coordinator to teach me how to play cover two. I've been doing it, doing it my whole life.
It's not about
Like, come on, dog.
the coverages. It's these coaches putting these guys in the best.
The coaches aren't developing guys. They're just calling plays.
These coaches, what are you talking about?
They're calling plays.
Coaches do develop players.
There are position coaches. I'm gonna tell you. Look, there are position coaches that teach technique and teach fundamentals and teach guys where they need to be on certain plays. That's it. Like, what are we talking about?
Football is, hey, draft them. Y'all put the work in. All right, let's go.
It's a lot of that, bro. They're professionals.
The coaches don't mean nothing. Coaches don't mean nothing. They don't develop.
Jaden Daniels not relying on coaching. He's relying on, hey, I need to get myself better. I need to get up and work out and do what I need to do.
He already got it.
How do you think he got it? How do you think he got it as a rookie in the NFL? How has he come in as a rookie in the NFL and played this well?
People are gifted more than others.
It's not Cliff Kingsbury who's turned him into this great player. Right? It's him putting in the work.
Did he not already have these?
Let's stop, bro.
Did he not already have these?
Let's stop. Did
he not already have these?
Stop. Hey, coaching is coaching, but coaching ain't developing these dudes. I'm telling you that right now.
Wow. So coaching doesn't develop players, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Let me rephrase it because I think this is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. Okay, so because I was talking to one of the Bills fans, JC. So thank you for reminding me, JC, in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Development should be in college, and then they should just learn how to transition to the NFL. That is true, and I'll give you that.
Thank you.
The coaches are here to help them to transition. What is that? How does that work though? Because even that transitioning, you still have to develop the transition. So I don't know what you gotta take what they have and put them towards what this NFL is to get them into
but you have
speed.
But
that's still developing. That's still developing.
And I get what you're saying, but it's a lot of players hanging around players who are already doing what they're doing, right?
Exactly.
So it's training with guys who are on your same regiment, who are training at that level. It's hanging around. Jaden Daniels coming into the league. Oh, he's hanging around guys who are in the league and doing stuff well, like who's doing what they need to be doing. It's not about and when he gets the playbook, he's gonna understand it. He's gonna learn it. He's gonna deep dive into it. He's gonna learn it in and out, and then he's gonna try to execute the offense. But it's about him and how he you got to be intrinsically motivated. You can't be just, oh, I'm gonna rely on my coach to develop me.
Quarterback in the league. Then we have the worst quarterback in the league. It took him forever to try to learn 3 pages. That's what you're saying.
McDaniel didn't develop Tua. He just had it.
What did he do? What did he do that Tua wasn't already doing?
You're right. All he did is hide his flaws. So
he called the plays. Look, McDaniel came in and called the plays and put in a scheme that would be friendly for Tua. That's what he did. Honestly, Flores could have did it if he would have just got the right offensive mind in the building.
He did do it.
Tua wasn't a bad quarterback when he got it. If Tua was a bad quarterback, McDaniel would have been like, bro, I need another quarterback. I ain't taking that job.
Oh my God. He literally said, I want the job.
If he was a bad quarterback.
Nobody's giving me an opportunity. I want an opportunity.
If he was a bad quarterback.
3,000 plays for you where you are the most amazing quarterback, and I think you're the greatest. So, yes, I can work with Tua. Like, come on, man. You know that he said whatever he needed to say, knowing full well he didn't have it in his resume. Like, come on. CB, you're way smarter than that.
I'm very intelligent. You already know what time it is.
All right,
that's why I'm saying that you're saying all this.
We don't have that much time, so let's go back to the homie Big C. What do we do to make this a winning team next year?
you make as much cap room as you can, and you address the offensive line. We have the potential to be a top offense in this league. We have the players. We just need to add the offensive line. If we get a better running game, it opens up the pass. I mean, we have the potential, and if Tua can stay healthy, but that's a big question mark. Chances are he can't. So you're looking at the same position we're in this year, and that's a terrible position to be in. You're not good enough to win the Super Bowl. You're not bad enough to get the top pick in the draft. You're just stuck in this position.
You said some true stuff there, though. You did say some true stuff. I don't think they liked it, but I don't think the Wolfpack liked it. But you did say some right
What was
stuff.
there not to like? He was 100% accurate.
Exactly. That was exactly the truth.
Because he said, "Hey, you build up the offensive line. You get a good running game, and you try to make the team better."
He also
I
said,
mean, y'all talking about cutting. Y'all talking about cutting Tua.
He also said how it was going to end up.
He said how he thinks it's going to end up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's smart. He knows football.
We know that we know that everything that he said is exactly what we need to do. We just know how it's gonna end anyway. So some of us are like, man, can we just save the time and go ahead and start reshaping this now?
So y'all want to blow. So Miss Fins, what's your thoughts? What you want to do? Like this will be a good question. Like if you were to do something right now to change the Miami Dolphins, like what would it be? Like cut Tua and like who would you get? Like you would drive somebody and just like tank. Like what would your thought process be?
Well, I'm not a believer in tanking, but I do believe that you have to put your team in the best situation as possible. But you can only do that if you're self-aware of who you really are. And the Miami Dolphins organization are not aware of who they really are. They really do believe they are what the paper on paper it says. We peaked last year. This is why I said last year was the year for us to attack. Kansas City was the weakest. Everybody was saying it, and it was the year for us to take advantage. No other team did. They won the Super Bowl. For me personally, listen, people may not like it, and it is what it is at this point. Doesn't matter. I will get rid of Tua, try to get as much as I can from him. Even if I gotta eat most of that dead cap, that's fine. I'm getting rid of whatever assets I have. I'm gonna make sure I sign Tyler Huntley, give him a really nice paycheck and a nice signing bonus, make him my transitional quarterback. And my point is, I'm gonna work on my trenches. Period. I'm trying to get as many assets as possible because this is not Tua's team. This is not the right regime. And I'm going to make sure that for the next regime that comes for the year after, we put them in the best position. I want to do what the Texans did. No, I mean, if you take a look at the Texans, they better thank Bill O'Brien, who actually got rid of all their assets and then and were able to pick up got rid of all the assets, was able to pick up so many draft picks because they actually built their team through the trenches. They worked inside and out. And all they had to do was find the right quarterback and just drop him in, and now they're finding some success. Same thing with Washington Commanders. They got a new owner, new head coach, new regime, and they were able to go ahead and do the same thing. But those teams do not make a change in 1 year. They make a change when nobody's paying attention to them, when they're 3-7 and 3-15 or whatever. When they're super sucking for 2 or 3 years, they're building the team. So that way, when the right quarterback comes, they're able to plug him in and put him in that mindset. And to me, I'm so done of being mediocre. I do not want to continue this. I want something new. So
That is so. This is
assets,
so y'all are to the point where you don't like Tua so much to the point where you rather
that has
be
nothing to do
no.
with Tua.
Well,
Has nothing to do with Tua.
all right. So you don't like our situation so badly that you want to blow it up and be bad for the next couple years in order to draft a quarterback and do this thing all over again.
We can't win the
Tampa
Super Bowl.
Tampa Bay did it too. Tampa Bay did it. People
Bro,
forget before Brady
do we
got
know
there,
how?
they
Hey,
actually
Big
were
C,
pretty
how
bad picking
how
up
many teams won the Super Bowl in the
building a
last
team.
5 years?
What,
2 teams.
How many teams won a Super Bowl in the last 5 years?
2
2 teams.
2 teams. So we gonna blow it up we gonna blow it up and say we can't get it done because at 30 there are 30 other NFL teams.
One of those teams has
bro,
possibly the greatest
y'all
quarterback of all time.
This is my thing. Y'all are the most
If you're
fickle fan
Cowboys
base in
for the
the
next 40
world.
years,
Like this is crazy. So there
are
are 2 teams that have won Super Bowls in the last 5 years, and y'all are saying you gonna blow it up because we can't win a Super Bowl.
No, we want to blow it up.
Y'all crazy.
No.
Hey, that's how crazy Dolphin fans are.
No. You got the wrong perception.
Bro, y'all are wild.
We don't want to blow it up because we can't win the Super Bowl. We want to blow it up because we can't even compete for one.
No, you want to blow it up.
We can't even compete in the
playoffs.
We can't even compete in the playoffs, bro.
See, you're okay, CB, every year running it back between 7 to 11 games, first round exits. Let's just keep trying to figure it out. Some of us already realize there's a ceiling to this, and it's not even close to the Super Bowl. Like some of us are just begging for the second round, and we'd be happy.
So CB, okay. So CB wants to remain mediocre because he wants to just keep building the team and trying to keep building a playoff contender.
30 years.
You're not building.
You just got a lot of hope. You got a lot of hope. You hope Tua stays healthy. You hope that we can play good enough to beat the good teams. You hope that, you know what I mean, that McDaniel doesn't burst under pressure.
But there's 30 other teams.
That's not true.
In the same.
That's not true.
They not winning either. They not winning Super Bowls, bro.
I see what CB83 doing. Every time he get caught in a corner like this, he sticks to the top mantle of it, and he's not hearing nothing. It's just one playoff win.
I'm just saying, guys.
Won a playoff game, CB?
I'm just telling you.
No, how many teams won a playoff game?
Y'all gonna blow it up.
How
to be sorry again, bro? You gonna blow it up to be trash again? Like,
did I not give you examples, CB? Did I not give you examples?
Y'all gonna blow it up. Look, this is what I want y'all to realize, TD. Y'all are gonna blow it up, and then you gonna be the same 8-8, 9-8, 10-6. You still gonna be losing. Hey, you still gonna be losing in the first round of the playoffs.
What was the record?
Bro, y'all are funny.
I get it. I get it. He can only see that one. He can only see that one thing.
Oh my god!
You know what I realize? And Miss Finn,
it's hard to win a Super Bowl.
Miss Finn's in Big C. Here's what's better.
They mad at me. Hey, they mad at me in the chat.
Would you rather purgatory hope or new hope?
Bro,
New hope.
Look,
would you rather purgatory? I didn't ask you, CB. We know where you at. You stuck in purgatory hope,
bro.
Hope.
Up to the point.
Where's this puppy? I want a new hope.
So
now we get it though. We get it. CB's gonna keep on saying. CB's gonna keep on saying 2 teams, but the reality is he's gonna ignore that. We keep
there's
on
really 2 teams.
Winning a playoff. We want to compete. CB, win a playoff game. We want to win a playoff game. That's all we want. We want to win a playoff game. We can't with this guy.
TD, and I agree with you. I want to win a playoff game too.
You can't with him. You can't.
Okay, so we have to go through next year with him, and then at
then
that
we
point,
gotta go through the year after that.
At that point, we cut him and we figure it out. Like if he don't do it next year, you cut him and you move on. You have your out after. Look, you have your out at. You have Miss Finch. You have your out after next year.
No, we have an out now.
Hey, we gotta wrap up, fellas. And ladies, we gotta wrap up. Sorry, we coming up on that hour. We got
we gotta hit super chat. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not a difficult problem. Bad front office should have signed Henry, small wide receiver, small running back, small QB. Got to get tougher in the offices first. Man, Tua is not competing with Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen. The NFC is stacked at QB. Go Bills by $1 billion. Your best hope is Tua gets hurt and you get the number 1 pick. I never wish that on the man. Do you trust the Dolphins scouting department? And remember, every one of our first 3 round picks in last 5 years. I agree with that. And no, I don't trust them. Tua has you guys doing a weekly grief therapy. The Finns will never learn what it takes. Put on your seatbelt and enjoy not making the playoffs at least 4 years. Cowboys of the AFC East. Facts. Dang, it's a lot of super chat. Based on CB logic, we shouldn't hire position coaches because the players should coach themselves. Simple trade to a Hill, Ramsey, Chubb, Holland is my approach. And all the old valued players and good picks. Try getting a QB and or some get rid of Greer and Mike. Well, you got to do that first.
So this is my thing. You're gonna get rid of all the good players and have your quarterback out there getting killed.
Well, they're gonna be gone in a year or two anyway.
Exactly.
And I'm not even talking about even if Tua is successful. They're gonna be gone.
Did we not learn from Xavier Howard? Did we not learn from Robert Hunt or Christian Wilkins? Are we gonna go back to that same not getting picks or stuff for these guys?
Trade Tyree, draft Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart and cut Tua. Everybody keep talking about Jackson Dart. I gotta do my research. Stop being delusional. Grill will never do that. He will do anything and everything to save his job. He will survive. Spend every future dollar.
Glenn's right.
Y'all are missing how important Connor Williams was. CB, the last time and Fins played in the AFC Championship, I was 13 and I am 46. Dang.
Hey, I'm in the same boat, bro. You all right? You'll be all right. It's just football.
Last words, Big C. Anything you want to add?
Nah, I just appreciate you all. We're in for another turbulent season. I mean, hopefully we can improve the offensive line. Hopefully Tua can. We gotta hope. We gotta hope and pray. But it is what it is.
Miss Fins.
What's up? Now I know what the C is for. Big CB83. That's what
they call you CB, Big C. Hey, that's a good title to have, dog. You rocking with the winners, bro.
Listen, guys, thank you guys for having me. Obviously, this is fun. I love roasting, CB83, and putting, the little seasoning on top. But no, I like having fun. Look, at this point, as a Dolphin fan, and I said it this morning, if you don't got a guy, there's really only 4 guys: Lamar, Allen, Burrow, Mahomes. That's it. Everybody else, you got about 5 up and coming young QBs within their first and second year, and then you got nothing but mid guys between number 11 through 16, 17, and everybody else is just bad. At this point, we're stuck in purgatory because we refuse to make changes. I am all for continuity. I want to have eventually what the Kansas City have, with a coach for a long time, a system for a long time, what the Patriots had, what the Steelers have. I want that. But we do not have the right people in the front office or in the coaching staff to make that happen. And for me, we need to cut bait, and that's it. If you already see the future and what's going to end up happening, you might as well just stop wasting time and just make the changes now. And I feel like that's where we're stuck. And I forgot who put the super chat. Glenn, I think it was. He's right. No matter what we want, Chris Greer is going to find a way to blame everybody else and find a way to survive, period. He's going to get promoted and then be out of the position. And unfortunately, we're going to be the losers because we still love our team and we're going to support them. And it's just frustrating as a fan. But you can catch me Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, every Monday to Friday. Thank you very much. Miss Fins on YouTube. Much appreciated.
CB.
Yeah, man. And guys, I'm disappointed too. I am. But I understand that Chris Greer will be here. Mike McDaniel will be here. They're going to fill the holes. They're going to try to put together a winning football team and try to make it work next year. Does it happen? Does it work? I don't know. But I know that's what the plan will be. And honestly, we don't have many options outside of that. Like that's where we are. And I think y'all can hate on me all you want to, but I'm telling the truth. Like I'm just telling you the truth. And if you don't want to hold the truth, then hold a L. You see what I'm saying? Like you got to hold the truth because that's what's going to happen. They're going to put players on the roster. They're going to try to build up the offensive line. They're going to try to draft guys. And this is where we'll be next year. And we'll be looking at the team and saying, hey, we better pray Tua stays healthy And if not, hopefully we have a good enough backup that can sit Tua down and we don't have to worry about Tua no more. Right? That's where I'd like us to be, where Jameis or somebody comes in, we draft a guy also, and that he's the bridge for the next QB, for the younger guy. That's what I'm hoping happens if Tua can't stay healthy. And I think that's realistic. If anybody talking about anything outside of that is not being realistic with themselves, and it's a pipe dream. So shout out to you guys, Big C, Miss Fins, TD. I appreciate the opportunity. This is great. This is great dialogue. This is what the people need. Let's keep rocking.
And guys, listen, everybody watching, we got 538 people literally watching right now between all platforms, whether it's TD Finstalk, AFC East Roundtable on YouTube and Twitter. Listen, go check out Miss Fins, Big C, Fin Posse Podcast, and CB83. Y'all need to go subscribe to every single one of their channels. Great content. Y'all go get to know them on a personal basis. And we're going to come back here a lot more often and drop these for you guys. Because it's going to be a lot to talk about this off season. And I will say this, we will start talking a little bit more about how we could try to build this thing to hopefully compete next season. So stay tuned. I know we've been missing for a while, but I felt like it was best to get a lot of emotion off in this one. But hey, man, thank you to all the hosts tonight. Great show. And thank you for everybody watching. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Fins up. No matter what. That's the key. No matter
Let's
what.
go.
All right.
Peace.
See y'all later. Peace. We are out. Oh, we got one more super chat. Oh, that's
DD.
right. What's up, Dolphins? Fans up no matter what. Absolutely. I'll see
Love
y'all
it,
later.
love it.
Peace. We out, y'all.
See ya.